Hi. In our third video on overcoming stress, I'd like to kind of split stress into two big categories. One is the everyday stress that we have, and then the second one, which is a little trickier to get at, is the underlying stress, stuff we really are not aware of, but that really limits what we do and what we say, and even limits our potential for relationships and careers, health. It's kind of a big deal. So in the earlier videos, I spoke a little bit about how stress is initiated, and the breath serves as the bridge between the physical body and our energy field where our mind and emotions are housed. So the physicalness of us is in our field of thoughts and feelings. So when we hold our breath, it's like taking a photograph or an imprint, and it goes into the cellular structure. And then if, for example, you're sitting at a computer, right, and you're working on a project and you're stress after stress, frustration after frustration, right, when it's not going well, and you come to the end of your day, you're completely exhausted, partly because you haven't been breathing very much, and quite frankly, because you've been holding on and restricting the life force. The life force is really designed to flow freely. When you go to see an acupuncturist, they will do different pulses, and the pulses reflect back to them a picture of, well, this is overactive and this is underactive and this chi is blocked here and it needs to be going like this. It needs to be flowing like a healthy river flows. Well, when you hold your breath throughout the day, you're stacking these interruptions and these blocks. And Tai Chi Gung is an incredibly effective way of taking that and setting it aside. You literally take the world off your shoulders and you set it down. It's one of the reasons why it's so helpful for people who want to sleep better. They kind of go hand in hand, right? The underlying stresses that take a bit more effort, usually they have to do with things that are trapped in the unconscious mind or the subconscious mind. They're tied to traumas that came through childbirth or in childhood. They can be fairly complex, even though they are, and certainly we respect that. We don't necessarily fix them any differently. So the process of breathing the life force, we are bringing regeneration back into the body. And what does that mean? Well, when the light in a room gets really bright, you start to see the things that need to be cleaned up. And you do that very gradually over time. So what does that look like in real life? Well, if you spend any time at all around a Tai Chi Gung Lama or a martial arts master, a true martial arts master, you're going to pick up on a couple things. A childlike joy, deep peace, and extraordinary inner strength. And one of the reasons that those qualities dominate is because they have faced the stresses that lie underneath the surface, and they've brought them up and they've overcome them and they've released them. It's funny, the release process, whether it is from the unconscious or just because you worked too many hours on your computer that day, the release process is quite similar. There's the sense of allowing the past to be in the past, not worrying about the future, and all of a sudden, all of these, the spiritual advice that you get on social media, it starts to make sense. The power is in the present, right? You can't change what happened, but you can change your attitude toward it. Use your memories. Don't let your memories use you. Okay? It's one thing to say it, then it's another thing to actually have it surface and let it go, right? And there's a constant renewing process in the study of Tai Chi Gong, because the source of that renewal is the life force itself. Through the breath, through the mind, through movement, through our connection to the energy. It's a wonderful process, and I've been after it now on a daily basis for 37 years. And it's been wonderful, and I love to share it. For any new student, we'd offer a free class. So if you go to the website, you can download a digital card, and that can be used anytime in the next 30 days after you register, and just stop by and grab a free class. See if it's a good fit for you. And if you have any questions, please send me a note. I'd be happy to answer them. Thank you.